Level 1. Good daily cars. A-Class. They look good, especially the new A-Classes. The Mercedes A-Class went through one of the biggest glow-ups in car history. I mean, we went from this, one of the most hated cars, to this. You can choose between petrol, diesel, and plug-in hybrid engines. Higher models reach 200 horsepower. The newer models got the gaming room interior, which I'm not a big fan of. But the bit older ones have the peak Mercedes interior. For $25,000, it's a great take. The B-Class is very similar. Went through some glow-ups too. The only main difference is the more space. GLA is a mix of an SUV and a sports tourer. Looked good before the facelift, looks even better now. Similar power with more space since it's an SUV. There is an AMG version too with 300 horsepower. Level 2. SUVs. GLB. I would call this the entry-level Mercedes SUV. The new one looks... So let's talk about the older X247 version. Exterior is fine. Interior is fire. Spacious. You can even get a 7-seated one, from 136 horsepower all the way up to 300 horsepower with the AMG version. GLC. Similar to the GLB, it's just bigger, stronger, and there's a potato-shaped coupe. GLE. This class of SUVs was originally named M-Class, but it became confusing since BMW was releasing M cars, so they renamed it to ML and then GLE. The only difference is the size and horsepower. We also have GLK and some spaceships like GL and GLS. Level 3. Enjoyable cars. A45 and CLA45 AMG, powered by the same 2-liter inline-4 engine. Basically the same car. Both are around $45,000, which is solid for such a great car. CLE53, the newest coupe from Mercedes with an inline-6 producing over 400 horsepower. This car can be a little bit confusing since it looks like a mix of the C-Class and the CLA, and it's brutally overpriced. I'm not really sure why would you buy this when you can get a C63 or even an S63 for less money, but okay. CLS53, one of the biggest downfalls in car history. No V8, looks gay, and you can get a real CLS for its price. SLC43 AMG. Well, this car is forgotten, rare, and underrated. It's a bit weird and doesn't really look like a real AMG, but it has a V6 producing 360 horsepower. The interior is very nice. There's a convertible version, and you can pick one up for $40,000. It has a big brother, the SLK 55 AMG. The only main difference is the engine, which is a 5.5-liter V8 producing 400 horsepower. Level 4. Sweet AMGs. C63, E63, but only the previous generations. The new ones are kinda gay, especially the C63. Like, how can you call anything a C63 AMG with an inline-4 engine? Both of them are perfect weekend and fun cars with V8. You can find the same engine in them, the M177. There's not a big difference in the performance, so choose whatever you like more. Let's take a glance at the legendary C63 W204 with the M156 engine. This car is an absolute demon. The sound, the looks, the fame, it's simply perfect. Some people call this the last AMG, which is not true. I will talk about this later. Also, don't forget the W212 E63 AMG and my personal favorite, the E55 AMG, 5.4-liter supercharged V8, producing around 500 horsepower. And if I mentioned one of the most forgotten cars, let's talk about the CL. Extremely rare and underrated AMG. Even the lowest model comes with a 400 horsepower V8. The 63 early models got the same engine as the legendary C63, the 6.2 M156 V8. CLK AMG. This is a transition between the C-Class and the E-Class coupe. Guess which engine is under the hood? And we have a minivan, I bet you've never heard about this before. R63 AMG. It's so rare that while I'm talking about it, there's only two R63 AMGs for sale at the moment, equipped with the M156 V8 from the previously mentioned monsters. It's a true sleeper car. You can get this for $50,000. Only around 200 were produced. Level 5. Mafia. G63. Whenever you see one of these cars, you automatically think that there are some briefcases full of cash on the passenger seat and a few machine guns loaded in the trunk. The G63 AMG is one of the biggest icons in the Mercedes brand. It's big, powerful, loud, and keeps a similar relationship with fuel like my uncle with beer. It's supposed to be an off-road car, but I've never seen anyone using it for off-roading. The base G63 is already overpriced, but wait until you see the full off-road versions of it. CLS63. Do you remember when I said that the C63 was not the last true AMG? It's the CLS63 AMG. The previous generation had the, I think you know which engine. Around $30,000, you can find decent ones of this beauty. And we have the C218 pre-facelift with a smaller but more powerful V8, the M157, making almost 600 horsepower. Then in 2015, it got the facelift, which made it the most beautiful AMG ever made. Change my mind. This car is perfect from every angle. The interior is peak, and for $50,000, it's a steal. Level 6. God tier cars. S63 AMG. Coupe or limousine, doesn't matter. Top tier car which peaked in the W222 generation. The pre-facelift versions from 2013 to 2017 had the 5.5-liter M157 V8 with almost 600 horsepower. They start around $50,000. SL63. The last 3 generations are magnificent. The buying point in these cars, other than looks, is the rarity. I bet you can count on one hand how many times you have seen an SL AMG in person. An even more unique version is the SL65 AMG with wide body and a V12 engine. 10 out of 10 car. GT63. One of the best, if not the best, 4-door coupe. 600 horsepower coming from a V8. The looks are incredible. Interior is peak, starting from $70,000 if you consider buying a used one. GT Coupe. Legendary car, and I'm surprised about what I will say, but even the new one looks good. They have the same engine. GT is the base model. GTS is a bit stronger. GTC contains some race features from GTR, and GTR is a track-focused car. Above that, there is the GTR Pro and Black Series, but those are full race cars. SLR AMG. This is a collaboration between Mercedes and McLaren, and it was way ahead of its time. The one you see right now is from 2008. The starting price of an SLR AMG is around $300,000 and can go up all the way to $800,000 if you want a special edition, like the 722. SLS AMG. Another extremely rare car which was also way ahead of its time. It's powered by a V8, producing around 600 horsepower. The simple versions start from $150,000, but if you want a more special edition, like the Black Series, prepare to pay over $500,000. Level 7. Nonsense. Here we have the Ultra Pro Max Plus luxury cars. The Maybach, which for me doesn't make any sense, except the Maybach 6, that is God itself. But the rest are just brutally overpriced and worse-looking versions of Mercedes models. Sure, V12. The interior is spacious. You can sleep inside, you can watch TV, cook your meal. At this point, just sell your house and move in your Maybach. Or buy a caravan and buy a car that makes sense with the rest of your money.